Hello students, welcome to Saurav Sir's classes. Today we are going to do the next part of the GMAT videos. Okay, so let's start with the next algebra part. We have done some geometrical questions. Today we are going to start with the algebra part. You can see the first question on the screen. It says you have to find the value of x. Very simple question actually. Okay, so let's begin without wasting time. So you have 3 to the power x minus 3 to the power x minus 2 is equals to 2 to the power 3 into 3 to the power 70. So over here you can take 3 to the power x as common. So you have 1 minus 3 to the power minus 2 is equal to 2 to the power 3 dot 3 to the power 70. So now you have 3 to the power x. So 1 minus 1 by 9 is equal to 2 to the power 3 dot 3 to the power 70. So this is again 3 to the power x, that is 8 by 9. You know your fraction addition. Okay, I must not tell you that. So this is 8 dot 3 to the power 17. Yeah, 2 to the power 3 is 8. Cancel the 8 and 8 out. You have 3 to the power x is equal to 3 to the power 17 into 9. So 9 is 3 to the power 2. So you have 3 to the power x is equal to 3 to the power 17 into 3 to the power 2. Hence you have 3 to the power 17 plus 2. So what do you have? 3 to the power x is equal to 3 to the power x is equal to 3 to the power 19. Hence x is equal to 19. So that's your final answer. So that's the question number C, and that answer is 19. So we are going to go on to the next question. So the next question is this. Look at the question. It says if the operation is defined as a pound sign, okay, that's a pound sign, okay, something like this, it is given something like this, yeah, that's a pound sign, some type of a operation. We don't know what this operation is, but it is given over here. It's supposed to be q minus p. So if you have q pound p, then you are supposed to have q minus p divided by q plus p, right? Now let's start putting some values. So the first one, you actually have to find what is 3 pound minus 4 pound 5. So first let's find minus 4 pound 5. Okay, pound is an operator. Okay, what does the operator do? The operator does whatever it is given in the right hand side. So you have to do 4 minus 5 because that is q, that is p. Okay, so 4 again, you have plus 5. All right, so what do you have over here? Over here you have minus 9 right? Excuse me. So now you have 3 pound minus 9. So this is your q and this is your p. So eventually you are going to have 3 minus 9 divided by 3 plus minus 9, right? So that is 9, 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that will be 12 divided by minus 3. So the final answer is going to come as minus 4. Okay, that would be a wrong calculation over here. Just you can assume this as a printing mistake. Okay, nothing like that. Alright, just made a small calculation over here, calculation mistake, and that would be a minus 6. So the answer is minus 2. You can see there was no option as a minus 4 there. So the answer is minus 2. Here is the answer. Okay, a very, very simple question actually. Alright, let's go on to our third question. What does it say? What is the sum of x, y and z? So what must you do? First you must find the value of x, y, z simultaneously, and then we are to find out the sum of x, y and z. So let's start finding out simultaneously. So the first equation is, we can start with the first equation. 2x plus y minus z is equal to 10. Second equation is x minus 2y plus 2z is equal to 15. So multiply the top one with the 2. So if you multiply the top one with the 2, what happens? All these values change. So let's change them. So changing ones I'm writing with black. This is 4, this is 2, this is again 2, this is 20, right? Multiply this whole equation with a 2. First one is a 4, then a 2, then again a 2, then 20, right? So we don't get anything here and we don't get anything here. These two are cancelled out. So we are getting 5x is equal to 35, and hence x is equal to 7. So that's the first value of x we got. Now we can put the value of x in the first equation and solve. So the first equation is going to be 14 plus y, that is 2 7s are 14 plus y, minus z is equal to 10. Hence y minus z is equal to minus 4, right? Next you can put it here also in the third equation if you want. So what is that going to be? 7 4s are 28. So 28 plus y minus 2z is equal to 28, right? 4 7s are 28. So you have y minus 2z is equal to 0. So mark this as equation number 1 and mark this as equation number 2. Now let's solve them. Y minus z is equal to minus 4 and y minus 2z is equal to 0. So from here, what is this? This is a negative, this is a positive, cancel this out, and this is a negative. So we don't need anything for the 0 actually. So this is z is equal to minus 4, right? Now you can put z and x anyway and find out y. So let's put it in the second equation. X minus 2 into y, that is 2 into 4, that is plus 2 into minus 4 actually, plus 8. Then plus 2 into y was what did we get? Y. Okay, we didn't get y, sorry about that. We didn't get y, we are finding out y. All right, so x we have, so this is 7, putting in this equation. Okay, 7 minus 2y plus, actually minus it will be, so writing it directly because there is no space, 8, all right, is equal to 15. So how much that is? So minus 2y minus 1 is equal to 15. Hence minus 2y is equal to 16, right? Because minus 1 will go there, become plus 1. So y is equal to minus 8. So this is my y, that's my x, and this is my z. Now let's add them up. So x plus y plus z, x is 7, y is minus 8, z is minus 4. So this is equal to minus 1 minus 4, and the answer is minus 5. So we've got this answer as well. What is it? So that answer is minus 5. And where is the answer? Over here. The answer is here. A is equal to minus 5. Alright, clear? Very simple question. Okay, so let's carry on to our next question, question number 4. Now question number 4 is given in the condition way, right? You can understand. See, it says that a convenience store bought an item for $C. A convenience store bought an item for $C. So bought means the cost price, of course, and it is $C. Okay, and then sold it for $D. The selling price is $D. The cost of the item was what percent of the gross profit that the convenience store realized? You see, what is the profit percent formula? Is profit by cost price into 100, right? Now since it's profit, it's supposed to be SP minus CP, correct? Now can I put the formula from here? From here, if I take out the formula for profit, can I put it here? So let's try and put it there. So that will be CP into P percent divided by 100 is actually equals to P. Alright, so profit is CP into P percent by 100 is equals to SP minus CP. Now when you bring the CP this side, so what happens? The CP gets common and you get P percent by 100 plus 1, right, is equal to SP, right? So P percent by 100 plus 1 is equal to SP by CP. Can you see this part, SP by CP? Look at this part. This is the SP by CP. Yeah, SP was D and CP was C. So isn't the first condition enough to prove this? You see, if you had 5 by 3 minus 1, then you are going to get 2 by 3, right? So isn't the first condition sufficient enough to prove, to find what percent of the gross profit that a convenience store realized, isn't it? So from here you can see, even if you do this, yeah, P percent by 100 is equals to SP minus CP minus 1. See, SP by CP minus 1, same type, SP by CP minus 1. See, it's coming. Okay, so you have to make it like a formula. You have to do this question like a formula and solve it. So if I am to explain this once again, if I am to rub off everything and explain this to you once again, because I feel like some of you may not have understood this, so let me just rub off whatever I had written for you and let me just show you once again. Okay, let's rub off the correct answer. How is the first criteria sufficient? That means you don't have to use the second criteria. How is it sufficient? I'm going to show you. Look again. Okay, look very carefully again. Look, I'm doing this time with a red pen, red color. What is my cost price given over here? My cost price is C dollars. What is my selling price? It is D dollar. Since they are telling profit, so I use the profit formula SP minus CP. If I've used the profit formula, then I would use profit percent formula, that is profit by CP into 100. Okay, now from here let's find the profit value. So that will be P percent into CP divided by 100 is equal to profit, correct? So now let's plug this value into this formula. Okay, so P is equal to SP minus CP. So P is actually P percent into CP by 100. Now bring the CP this side and write SP. Now when you take the CP common, this becomes P percent by 100. All of you have studied this in smaller classes. Okay, I know that. Alright, this is SP. Now let's continue from here. So you have P percent plus 1. Okay, P percent by 100 plus 1, okay, is equal to SP by CP. Now how would you find this P percent by 100? It will be actually SP by CP minus 1, right? That implies P percent will be SP by CP minus 1 into 100. So concentrate on this SP by CP. So look, this is SP, this is CP, right? So this is sufficient. That's the condition is sufficient. The part 1 condition is sufficient. Let's go on to our question number 5. Okay, question number 5 says, for which of the following functions S, that is given in the form of this, that is ST 1 minus T, S to 1 minus T, S of 1 minus T for all T. So which of these conditions are going to be true? Simple, we just need to plug in S of 1 minus T and check. Okay, If you plug in s of 1 minus t over here in the first one, s of 1 minus t, so you have 1 plus 1 minus t. So what is the answer? You are getting 2. So this is not possible. Let's see s of 1 put. If you put s of 1 over here, what are you getting? 2. Right? Here you are getting s of 1, you are getting as 2. Over here, what are you getting? S of 1, what are you getting? S of 1 minus t, what are you getting? Let me rub this off, because there was no space over there to write the t yet. So s of 1 minus t, what are you getting? You are getting 2 minus t. So these two are not matching, so this option is cancelled out. Let's check this one. S of 1, let's check for s of 1 first. So 1 minus 1, that is 0. Now let's check s of 1 minus t. 1 minus t, that is 1 minus t whole square. I didn't write a square over here because there is no need of putting a square. You can put if you want. So this is 1 minus 1 minus t means plus t. Correct. So what is happening over here? Instead of t, we are putting 1 minus t, right? Instead of t, we are putting what? We are putting 1 minus t. So 1 minus t over here and square it. 1 minus t over here and square it. So let's square this also. So this is 1 minus t whole square, and this is t whole square, right? See? Cancel this out. So is this one correct? Is this one correct? So is this correct? No, it cannot be correct, because you see, we are this option, what we have done over here is a problem. Why it is a problem? Let me show you. Okay, let me show you why did I put S1? The question arises, first of all, why did I put it as S1? Okay, why am I checking at S1? You see, you have to check at 1 minus t. If I assume 1 minus t is equal to 0, that implies t is equal to 1. Correct? That implies t is equal to 1. So if 1 minus t is equal to 0, then at 1 minus t means 0, I must check at 0. Okay, so at s of 1, first let's check out at s of 1. S of 1 we are getting 0. Now let's check s of 0. At s of 0 also you are going to get a 0. Okay, over here also we must check at 0. Over here, if you check at 0, I was supposed to check at 0 here. I don't know why did I put t. Actually 1 minus t was 0, but I uselessly put 1 minus t. We were supposed to put it as 0. Okay, so if you put 0 here, you're getting 1 for the first one. Look, these are the two values for the first one. If you're putting s0 here, because 1 minus t is 0, you must put 1 minus t inside. Okay, so we have taken 1 minus t as 0 and t is equal to 1. So if I put a 1 here, then I'm getting a 2. If I plug in a 1 here, I'm getting a 2. If I plug in a 0, then I'm getting a 1. But if I plug in a 1 here in the second one, I'm getting a 0. But if I put in 1 minus t, again I'm getting a 0. Let's try and for this one, s of t, which is given as 2 plus t square. Let's check for this one. So when I'm putting a 1 here, I'm getting what? 3. And when I'm putting a 0 here, I'm getting what? 2. So they're not matching. Let's check for this one, d. When I'm putting a 1 here, what am I getting? I'm getting 1. Yeah, because this part is 0. And when I'm putting a 0 here, I'm getting a 0 here, and I'm getting a minus 1. Again not matching. Let's check for the eth option. As of now, this one has matched. So again s of 1 here, so that is 1 by 2 actually, and s of 0 will be 1. So only this one is matching. That is, this is the correct answer. The B1 is the correct answer. Option B is the correct answer. Did you understand how simple these questions are? Okay, only thing you must know what you have to do in the exam. So if you are confused and you don't know what you have to do in the exam hall, then you will not be able to do. So these practice videos are for you to make you understand. It's for you to make you understand what you must do in your exam. Okay, so let's go on to our next question, And the next question is a bit off the screen, but I'll get it back on screen. Okay, it says if the sequence S has 1000 terms, how many terms are there? 1000. What is the 777th term of S? Now the first condition that they have given, that the fourth term of S is 126. So T4 is equal to minus 26, not 126 but minus 26. Now you see, if we have the T4, what does it mean? It means nothing, because it is not, we don't know whether this is an arithmetic sequence or whether it is a geometric sequence. Nothing is given. So the first condition is not sufficient. It's not sufficient. Let's go on to the second one. The 777 term is this, and each preceding term of S before the last term is 17 less than the current term. Now you see, the current term, the 777 term is 16,550. Now if you keep continuing minus 17, again the next answer that will come out again minus 17, this first answer. Then again the second answer 2, where you will get answer 2 as here, answer 2 again minus 17, and so on, and you will continue on to the 777th term. Then you will get the 777th term. So is the first condition sufficient? No. The second condition is sufficient. Understood? If you keep subtracting 17 and if you keep going on, so 17, if you have subtracted 17, then this term is the 976th term. Again you have subtracted 17. This is the 975th term. Again you will subtract 17. You will get 974th term, and so on. Like that you can go on to the 777th term. Okay, so for this question the answer is the part 2 is sufficient. Alright, let's go on to the next question. Okay, so the seventh question says if A and B are integers, alright, there are two integers given to us. We have to assume two integers, A and B. First integer A, second integer B, such that there is a condition given: A is equal to mod of B plus 11 plus mod 12 minus B. And the first condition that is given in this is that B is less than 12. So let's assume the best way to do this sum is to put values. Okay, let's take B is equal to minus 20 and check if this whole value is going to come 23 or not. So A will be equals to minus 20 plus 11 plus 12 minus 20. Correct? So that is minus 9 plus 12 plus 20. So that is 9 plus 32. So what is that equal to? 41. So till now we haven't got it, but what if I take B is equal to 11? So then A will be equal to mod 11 plus 11 plus 11 minus 12 minus 11. So this is 22 plus 1, that is 23. Now is this sufficient? Is this sufficient? It cannot be sufficient. It cannot be sufficient. Why? Simply because at one value of B I am not getting a 23 for A, and at one value of B I am getting a 23 for A. Now let me see if the second condition is sufficient. Okay, let me check if the second condition is sufficient. So what is my second condition? My second condition says that B is greater than 11. So let's check if my second condition, so B is greater than minus 11. I'm sorry about that. So we will take B greater than minus 11 if I take as, I am trying to think of a number actually. Let's say 20 if I take. Then let's find a. Then a will be equal to 20 plus 11 plus 12 minus 20. So that will be equal to 31 plus 8, right? So that is 39. That is a. Now what if I take b as 11, right? That is greater than minus 11. So what do I get? A. Then I get a as 11 plus 11, same thing I get, plus 12 minus 11. So that is 23. So is the condition 2 sufficient? No, even the condition 2 is not sufficient. Then what is happening? Then if we combine statement 1 and 2 together, we know that we can pick a number in this way. Suppose now we know that the condition 1 is also not sufficient, 2 is also not sufficient. But what if we combine them together? So we are going to have, sorry, not less than, equal to, but just less than. We are going to have b is less than 12 and b is greater than minus 11. Okay. Okay, so now let's pick a number. Okay, let's rub out whatever we have done now, because we are going to combine the cases together. So we need some space over here. So I'm just rubbing off. You please note down, okay, one by one in your notebook as to what's going on. Okay, because you have enough space in your notebook, but I don't have much space over here on the screen. But nothing to worry. Now we are going to combine both of them together. So let's write the combination part, and then we are going to pick some values from there. Okay, this question has to be done that way only. We have to pick some values. Now we are going to combine them. So let's do with the black pen. So b is less than 12 but greater than, not equal to, why I always write that, minus 11. So let's pick a number. Let's say first one, in the first case I am picking b is equal to 11. So if I take b is equal to 11, then a is equal to 22 plus 1, that is 23. What if I take b is equal to, let's think of it, minus 10. What if I take b equals to minus 10? Then what do I get? In the second case, I'm taking b is equal to minus 10. Then what do I get? I get a is equal to minus 10 plus, you have to think how it comes, 23, and then b plus 12 plus 10. So that is 1 plus 22, that is 23. Alright, and even if you are not satisfied with this, you can also use third condition. Let's say b is equal to minus 1. So you take b is equal to minus 1. So a is equal to minus 1 plus 11. Then after that plus 12 plus 1. So how much do you get? Over here you're going to get a 10 plus 13. That is again giving you 23. So what does it say? Both the statement together. So you will write both statements together is sufficient. Alright, very simple question. Let's move on to our next question. Okay, so what does the next question say, students? It says, if x is a product of all integers from 2 to 24, inclusive means 2 and 24 is also inclusive, what is the greatest integer y for which 5 to the power y is a factor of x? Okay, now understand the question. Okay, so now we need to analyze this question very nicely. Okay, it's not very easy type of a question. You see, x is a product of all integers from 2 to 14. So if you continue, x values will go from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 and 24. Okay, now we are to find what is the great value. It's saying what is the greatest value of y for which 35 to the power y is a factor of x. Now what is the HCF of 35? 7 5s, 2 prime numbers, right? Now let's check for how many 7s we can get over here. So how many 7 type of numbers that are factors of 7, that have a factor of 7? Not this, no, 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 yes, no, 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 yes. 7 2s are 14, no, 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 yes. 7 3s are 21, no, no, and no. So what are the numbers we got? We got 7, then we got 14, that is 7 into 2, then we have, let's split them, then we have 21, that is 7 into 3. So how many 7s did we get? We got 3 7s, correct? Now let's check the 5s. Let's check the 5s. First one 5, then here 5 2s are 10, then here 5 3s are 15, then 5 4s are 20 here. Okay, so let's box them up, the ones with a 5. 10 12, here 15 also. Okay, 20 21, nothing else. So you see, for the 5 you have 5, then you have 5 into 2, then you have 5 into 3, and then you have 5 into 4. So you can see there are more 5s over here than 7s. Hence the greatest integer that you are going to get over here will be 3. Why? Will be 3. 7 to the power 3. Because 7 is the greater number. Okay, 7 is the greater number among these two factors, and it has 3 7s. So the greatest factor of y, so y will be equal to 3. Alright, so which is your answer? Your final answer is B. Did you understand? Did you understand? The greatest integer of y will be 3, because 5 is the smaller number and there are more of 5s than there are 7s. Okay, but 7 is greater than 5, hence 7 will have the power that will be in 7 will be the value. Okay, so students, we have finished 8 questions on algebra. Okay, and there were that many questions in this part of the GMAT. So keep taking as much help as possible from Saurav Sir's classes, because all the help that you need will always be provided at Saurav Sir's classes. Thank you for watching.